Hey everyone, welcome back to PowerfulJesus.com channel. Today we're diving into an interesting topic, Jesus about fasting. What does Jesus say about fasting? Fasting is one of those spiritual practices that you might have heard about, but aren't quite sure what it entails or why it's significant. In the Bible, Jesus has quite a bit to say about fasting, providing guidance on how, why, and when to fast. Let's delve into what Jesus says about fasting and how it can be meaningful in your spiritual journey. What is fasting? First things first, fasting is the voluntary abstinence from food and sometimes drink for a set period. It's not just about denying yourself physical nourishment, but also about focusing on your spiritual growth. Fasting creates space for prayer, meditation, and a deeper connection with God. Jesus' teaching on fasting, the Sermon on the Mount. One of the most direct teachings of Jesus on fasting comes from the Sermon on the Mount. In Matthew 6:16-18, Jesus says, "When you fast, do not look somber as the hypocrites do, for they disfigure their faces to show others they are fasting. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you fast, put oil on your head and wash your face, so that it will not be obvious to others that you are fasting, but only to your Father who is unseen, and your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you." Here, Jesus emphasizes that fasting shouldn't be about seeking approval or admiration from others. Instead, it's a private act of devotion to God. He wants you to fast sincerely and humbly, focusing on your relationship with God rather than impressing those around you. Fasting with the right intentions. Jesus also talks about the intention behind fasting. It's not just about going without food, it's about why you're doing it. In Matthew 9:14-15, when asked why his disciples weren't fasting like the Pharisees, Jesus replied, "How can the guests of the bridegroom mourn while he is with them? The time will come when the bridegroom will be taken from them. Then they will fast." Jesus highlights that fasting isn't about ritual, but about the heart's condition. There's a time for everything, and fasting is appropriate when it's a genuine response to spiritual need, not just a tick in the religious checklist. Preparation for major events. Jesus himself fasted for 40 days and nights before beginning his public ministry. This period of fasting in the wilderness, described in Matthew 4:1-2, was a time of preparation and spiritual strengthening. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the wilderness to be tempted by the devil. After fasting 40 days and 40 nights, he was hungry. This shows that fasting can be a powerful tool for spiritual readiness, preparing you for significant moments and challenges in your life. It's not just about enduring hunger, but about being spiritually equipped for what lies ahead. How should you fast? Fasting with a purpose. When you decide to fast, it's crucial to have a clear purpose. Whether it's seeking guidance, deepening your prayer life, or interceding for others, knowing why you're fasting will help you stay focused and committed. Ask yourself what you hope to achieve spiritually through fasting. Keep it between you and God. As Jesus taught, fasting is a private matter between you and God. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeking attention or sympathy when fasting. Jesus' instruction to wash your face and anoint your head underscores the importance of maintaining your usual appearance and routine so that others aren't aware of your fast. This keeps the act pure and focused on God. Stay hydrated and safe. While fasting traditionally means abstaining from food, it's essential to stay hydrated, especially during prolonged fasts. Also, consider your health and consult a medical professional if you have any conditions that might be affected by fasting. Your health is important, and fasting should not jeopardize it. Combine fasting with prayer. Fasting isn't just about what you're giving up, it's also about what you're gaining. Combining fasting with prayer can deepen your connection with God. Use the time you would have spent eating to pray, read the Bible, and reflect. This enhances the spiritual impact of your fast. Benefits of fasting. Spiritual clarity. Fasting can bring a sense of spiritual clarity and focus. By removing the distractions of daily life, you can tune into God's voice more clearly. This can be particularly helpful when seeking guidance or making significant decisions. Strengthened faith. Denying yourself physically can strengthen your faith and reliance on God. It's a reminder that your true sustenance comes not from food, but from every word that comes from the mouth of God. Increased discipline. Fasting builds discipline. It's not easy to go without food, and practicing self-control in this area can translate into other aspects of your life, fostering a more disciplined and intentional way of living. Modern-day fasting types of fasts. Today, fasting can take many forms. While traditional fasting involves abstaining from all food, some choose to fast from specific items or activities. The key is to choose something meaningful that helps you draw closer to God. Fasting in community. While Jesus emphasized the personal nature of fasting, there's also value in communal fasting. Many churches and groups fast together, supporting each other and praying for shared intentions. This can foster a sense of unity and collective spiritual growth. Conclusion. Fasting, as taught by Jesus, is more than just a physical act of going without food. It's a deeply spiritual practice meant to draw you closer to God, purify your intentions, and prepare you for significant moments in your life. When you fast, do it with sincerity, humility, and a focus on deepening your relationship with God. Remember, it's not about outward appearances or rituals, but about what's happening in your heart. So the next time you consider fasting, let it be a time of profound spiritual renewal and connection with God. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more content. Find the link to the full article in the description below. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow our Facebook page, and join our WhatsApp channel for daily Jesus-centered messages. Facebook page, WhatsApp channel, YouTube channel. Until next time, keep spreading love and stay blessed.